So for this vehicle, we found out because to remove the doghouse, you would have to remove this seat. I've done it before, so I know. So you just, for this one, you just have to remove the bolts that hold it in place. That one, and this one. They bolt on right there. You can see right there around the doghouse. Just to pull it back like 6 inches so you can pick up the valve cover. So that's what you're supposed to do on the inside. In order to do that, you have to remove these 2 bolts which hold in place the this thing right here. The can't remember the name, but this right here, they hold right there, so you have to remove them so you can push this back. Or
ya sentamos el gasket.
Right, this is the valve cover right here on a 6 inline. We're cleaning the cups, I believe, on the injectors, I think, where the high pressure rail is gonna sit. That one, cleaning them up, and you have to clean the surface where the bolts go and everything. Make sure it's clean. That's the ICP sensor right there, right here. This is the high pressure rail on a 2011. That's the ICP right there. You have to clean the surface pretty good so the O-rings can fit without any, so they can fit perfectly without any dust or anything in the cups right there. It's for an International 4300 with the DT 466. It's a common problem. So we have to set the O-rings the right way. I'll include the part number on the description. One more. There we go. A couple more. There we go. Now you got all of them right way. We just gotta do the ICP sensor, and we're right here already, so we have to do the ICP. We're already here. It's kind of a big job to do this, so might as well. That's the ICP location, ICP sensor. I'll include the part numbers. That's the part number right there. There we go. So we just cleaned the whole side, the whole surface. Keep going. You have to make sure it's clean before you seat the valve cover again. I know you can see that. So that side is already clean. I think this side too. Trying to make sure the surface is good to go before we seat the valve cover in here. Same thing on here. This is the valve cover gasket, electronic valve cover gasket. You have to make sure you don't break that when you're removing it, because it's expensive to replace it. And right now we're just cleaning it, just making sure we take all as much as we can of the debris. So it's clean install, and make sure we don't break no wires or nothing. So we just seated the high pressure rail. You have to line it up. Those are the bolts. ¿Qué size es, güey? What size? 10 millimeters. They're 10 millimeters. You have to they come with you. We replace the O-rings on them, as you guys saw, so it has to sit perfectly, and you have to be careful that way you don't break the O-ring when you push it down. You have to line it up. You have to line it all the way, and once you line it up, you push down, and it seats correctly. Once it seats correctly, then you can just line up the bolts and guide them, same way we're doing it, and then you tie them up. Right now we're just lining them up, making sure we start the bolts, and we're not really tying them right now. We're just guiding them and basically make sure it's snug right before tying. Almost there. Now we're cleaning out the actual valve cover before installing, and it has to be kind of like that. It has to be, because it has a lot of silicone over the past times. It's probably been replaced. This unit is about 490,000 miles, so somebody's worked on it before. And that's what we're doing now. Once we clean the surface, we're adding some silicone. I don't think you're supposed to add silicone. Just note that we're only doing it because the harness with the gasket for the injectors that we just put on, it looks kind of compressed a little bit, so we're just doing it this way and hoping it works fine. So we're basically completing by installing the valve cover back. Those are the bolts, those three in front. These are the bolts before we put everything back. And all we did is just put it on, sit it on well, and tie up those inner 12 millimeters. And we're almost done. Same procedure with these. You line these up right here. That's how you tie them up with a 10 millimeter. I already did tie them up. It's hard to do this with two hands. This is our 12s. Actually, they're 13s. Size 13. You're supposed to guide this into place, and then good to go. This is the last video after it's complete. All of those bolts all around it are secured. The doghouse secured. These bolts right here secured. yeah, we put back on the air box filter. There's nothing else to do besides inspecting everything. Make sure you connect everything that you had to disconnect. This hose too. Make sure there's no tools left behind. And let's give it a go.